My name is Ann-Marie Waterman, and I'm the Assistant Dean for Administration and Operations at Howard University School of Law. I am also a board member on friendlylaw.org. My message to you today really is centered around the organization's desire to prepare you, whether that's prepare you to take the bar, prepare you with mentorship, prepare you to understand the law and not to fall prey to not understanding what the law means. So, based on my experience, what I'm going to give you just a few tidbits about those of you that think you want to apply to law school. Law school is a 3-year journey into knowing yourself, perhaps some solitude, perhaps a lot of fun, but certainly gaining a grand amount of knowledge in a short amount of time. Be prepared for long nights of reading, be prepared for discussion, be prepared to show that you understand something perhaps differently than somebody else, but more importantly, that you understand the law and its applications. When you decide that you want to go to law school, there are a couple of things I want to make sure that you're really, really clear about. If this is the industry, this is a profession that you want to spend the rest of your life pursuing. The law school application process, for the most part, is identical regardless which school you go to. They're going to require an application, they're going to require LSAT scores, they're going to require a transcript, they're going to require a statement of whether they call it a personal statement, a statement of interest, some statement that you will write that explains why you want to go to law school, what you hope law school will provide for you, why that particular law school, and anything else that you need to explain, perhaps gaps in your employment, grades that you didn't do quite so well, gaps in your employment or gaps in your education. So anything that requires some explanation that just looking at plain numbers or data won't explain. It's your opportunity to give us a snapshot of your most authentic self so that we understand not just sheets of paper, but how you fit into our law school, into our community, into the profession. So all of that is the same regardless which law school you go to. But what can you do to prepare before you actually strike and decide that you're going to sit down and write your personal statement? Things that you want to consider. So let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, there are 5 law schools that you decided these are the ones I want to go to. What I want to share with you are things I want you to make sure that you consider for all 5 of them or 10 of them, however many law schools you decide to apply to. You need to, at first, do the website. Look at their websites, look at the images. Remember, the images are selected to sway you. Do not get swayed by the pretty images. What I want you to pay attention to are the words, because remember, you're going to be a lawyer. The strength is in the words. So, what do they say about the faculty? Have the faculty, are they practicing? What practice of law do they specialize in? Are they sought after for their opinions about the law? Do they have books that are current? Do they have research that somehow speaks to whatever you hope your practice to be? Are they in associations where you hope to be one day? Who are their network? Those are things that you want, because these are the people that are not just going to give you assignments, but are going to explain the law and get a sense of interpreting the law. You want to make sure that you have a diversity. So when I speak about diversity, this is diversity in faculty, but also diversity in student type. So you want to make sure, you want to check out male to female ratio. You want to check out where do they, students, your potential classmates, where do they go to undergraduate school? Where do they go to graduate school? What neighborhoods did they come from? What things did they study? Because remember, this is an opportunity to explore different perspectives, not just on life, but on the law. And we know that our interpretation comes from our social experience. So you want to make sure you have a diversity of thought. So when you're in class, you have robust conversations, because that is what's going to make your long hours of reading more interesting when you have to discuss it in class. You also want to make sure that you participate in any information sessions that are available, whether they're in person, whether they're online, whether it's one-on-one or group or regional, however it is, any opportunity that you get to understand individual and granular detail about an institution, you want to take that opportunity. Remember that you also want to think about other than the classes. So all schools are going to offer you towards and contracts and those traditional 1-year, first-year classes. But you want to think about what are the other electives that they have. Do they have a comprehensive set of classes so that maybe if you want to do big law, they have classes for that? Maybe you want to do nonprofit. Maybe you want to do family law. Maybe you want to do arbitration. There are tons of different practices out there, and you want to make sure that you have a comprehensive institution that offers you choices and opportunity. You also want to think about your personal statement. So again, I told you that it really comes down to making sure that your personal statement gives us a clear understanding of who you are. What do you think your contribution is going to be to the profession, to the class? What research might you be interested in? What topics might you be interested in? And you want to make sure that your choices or choice of law school answers all of those questions. This is not the time to settle. Be sure that what you have investigated is aligned with what you think you want, so that when you are finished with the 3 years, and that's how long it takes, you are ready to take the bar. Again, preparation. So I started this conversation about preparation, and I will end with preparation. All of the 3 years is to prepare you to take the bar. One of the things that Friendly Law is going to help you with is paying for the bar, not an inexpensive expenditure. So we want to make sure that your hard work, your preparation pays off. And it is but one of the reasons that I love being a part of this organization, because it is paying it forward. We've all had our struggles as we've gone through undergraduate, graduate, professional, and all the other degrees that we may have amongst the board members, but we have committed, and we are committed to ensuring that we give back. And in this way we do it. The one thing that you can do is make sure that you're prepared for the opportunity.